How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with a new historic brawl video. I actually started recording this one, and for some reason, OBS had not detected my mic, so we are back, and we're playing Jaxis. This is not a good hand. I played 2 games with her before, and she did okay both games. So, I'm not saying she's a pretty powerful commander, but she's pretty fun for what she can do. I need to draw land, though. If I don't draw land, things are going to get bad. So I'm going to attack first. See if they have some kind of response, and then I'm going to try to stone rain them. Neat. Fine by me. Then I play Krinko hoping they can't counter and just go from there. Play the land first in case it's a censure. They have a counter spell. So the Grizzerlax deck is a tempo deck. And tempo decks' sole reason for existence is making your life miserable. So whenever one or more creatures deal combat damage, you draw a card, and whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you may return it to its owner's hand. This means that as long as they have an equal number of creatures, you will never get to have fun. Although, we are 1 mana away from Ilhog Terror Mount Velis every turn. I just gotta believe that Krinko can beat Graslix. I don't think he can, but I'm willing to give it a go. Really? Third Krankos the Charm. So this way we can play Ilharg next turn. Our deck does have haste in it, so it's not as if we're going to be drawing dead. But, yeah, if I draw another land, I might just Pyromancer and Krenko. Well, Krenko and Robber's fine. So they seem to be using a lot of nickel and dime return spells, which means I'm not as worried about counter spells now, but I am worried that they're just going to return my entire board every turn. When your opponent is using cheap and efficient spells like that, trying to curve out just isn't going to work. Because if we curve out and they answer our curve with a 1 mana spell, it's a huge tempo swing. Whereas if they have to spend their 1 and 2 mana spells on like 2/2s and 1/1s, it's a lot more efficient. Although Ilharg Terror is one of the few ways I envision myself getting out of this mess. Because it's not looking good. No luck. Okay. Okay. We can work with this. We're not dead. And we have the opportunity to just win. So the opportunity to win starts with Ilharg. Then it goes on to Krinko. So 12, 10, 20, 26. Well, that was the plan anyways. So I could conceivably draw a Wrath. And that would get me out of this. Although now they're holding up 3 mana. 3 mana the counter spell. So I'm going to double block like this so they return it to a hand so I still have the creatures. And then they might play it this turn. I didn't want to return Mana War because Mana War just locks down Krenko. So I have 3 life. I'm dead in the air. I can blow stuff up. The air's the problem. If I draw a land and Wrath of God, I could have saved myself, but we just didn't get off the ground in time. They were able to bounce us back. And our early disruption, early Stone Rain may not be worth it. It may just have a better spot. A land in Anger of the God, that's what I think. Not Wrath of God. Wrath of God is white. But you already won, friend. Yeah, that's it. So we're moving on to game 2. It's up against a Nethroi deck. So Nethroi could have kill spells, which would disrupt Jaxis. Well, this is a bad start. guess champion has perished. That way we could conceivably Bellow Breath comes down first because Bellow Breath can eat up some of the smaller chaff creatures. And then Fire Mind's Vessel is going to be next. Well, it would have. Guess there was an argument for Krenko there. So Krenko and Champion have perished. This way, if they play something, we can sack the Champion. And next turn we can Devilish Valet. Wow. That didn't do anything. Trample. Trample is a good mechanic. So Devilish Valet. So our Krenko gets chump blocked here, which is bad. But the 8 damage isn't that bad. No blocked. We'll take 4. Our Goblin tokens ensure that Priest of the Forgotten Gods is not going to do much. Pray for a 20. And 8. So we'll sacrifice a Goblin token. They get rid of their champion. We still might die to just their Conrad. Like if they do a mass, well, they don't have enough creatures to mass reanimate yet, but they can get 2 creatures off the board with reveal 2 damage, and then they can mill us. Ouch. That's 2. Perfect hit. It's 1. Can't activate it again because they don't have any black mana. Their board is almost in a state where activating it will just kill us. So let's blitz. No, cancel. Actually, do I want to do this? I can't really make enough tokens. Might as well go for broke. So we did some damage, but I think we just die. Yeah. I'm gonna call it here. On to game 3. Honestly, the deck was performing a little bit better when I wasn't recording. And I'm wondering if I'm just cursed to have bad luck on recordings. Because it seems like lately I've been on a bit of a losing streak. But you never know. We tend to crawl it back in game 3, so we might get lucky again. Or poor Jadzi might be a returner deck. She's too cool not to get to see her do some cool things. I guess this is what we're going with. So I could blitz in my commander to draw a card. But I don't think it's worth it to add to the commander tax. 2 mana cycling on your commander. Probably not worth it. She would also deal 2 damage though. It's pretty decent. Can't really kick it at the moment, but I don't mind swinging in for 2. Non-creature, so as long as we play a creature, we're fine. Well, that's cursed. Yeah, we gotta play Jadzi now. I wanted to go into Panharmonicon. So that I could opportunistic dragon and steal the commander and the malevolent hermit. But this card actually allows you to use the abilities of creatures with chosen type, and the chosen type is wizard, and he's a human wizard. So human wizard would have countered my spell, and it would have been bad. It's just a shame that we don't live in a more counter heavy meta. I know a lot of people don't like counters, but go for this. I only have 3 mana left over. If I could do this, I have 1 mana left over. I gotta do this though. We can get rid of Ferocidon. Attacking for 4. So instead we discarded so we could draw. We basically looted with her. But this deck has a lot of creatures that aren't loot creatures. That are just good, Hey! Sure, I guess. I wonder if the commander tax applies to her blitz cost. So that's 2 damage. And that's 2 more damage. How close are they to Primal Amulet? 4, so they're 1 spell away. Shaman Panharmonicon. Shaman Panharmonicon. The other Shaman meant. Just so many words. So many difficult words. So we're going to take 5 here. But if I draw a land, I can not really do much. There's also a chance they could just remove our optimistic dragon. Opportunistic dragon. Yeah, there it goes. I'm kind of glad I never got to see Panharmonicon and Agent of Treachery in action. Like, I'm sure there's a historic Brawl deck out there that can use them, but I've never personally seen it go off, and I'm thankful for that. So we just lost 3 games in a row with a commander that I thought was fairly strong, but either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did make it to this point, thanks again, because we just got slaughtered, but either way, I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.